All right, we are here. Our volume is either higher or something. So, hmm. Vary a little bit of those in-game noises a little bit. Let's dial these down just a baby bit. You gotta get the music, RuneScape music in there though. Okay, the chiming we could deal without. That's great. That's great. That's great. Here we are. Clumsy first again. I'm gonna have to come up with a reward. Message pinned. First one here. Clumsy. First comment in the chat. G's, Mew. Big ups. Just got the steel rank. I think it's an alt account, actually. I will reveal our secret plan of cutting down magic trees. We did so much last stream. We kind of like did all the goals last stream. So I think we're going to do some Slayer. We'll probably chill, do some Slayer. I did get 99 fishing last in between last stream and this stream. And when I call my butler, we'll have 99 Herblore, so we can do that together. And then he's gonna do probably some fletching for us. Making some planks. I guess we can go get that out of the way right now. Ooh, that's rough. The areas are rough. No takesies, backsies. But he did get like top 30 in thieving, like all the leagues, something like that. It was a great achievement. He's on the leaderboards forever of League 6. That's construction and fletching, two skills we both don't want to deal with. I'm super late. I've been really like procrastinating this weekend. I was supposed to have all of our clips from our stream together the other day up already. And I have the full video of all of our streams on our YouTube. So you can see anything if you miss something. If you haven't done Jad, I have guides. Like you watched me do Jad live and explain some cool stuff, some cool tech, and just a different way of thinking about it. But I've been a little slow on this, so okay. The shorts are uploaded officially as of right now. I see, Clumsy, I see. So, personally, I try to strategize. Leagues is accelerated early game enough as it is. I try to pick something that's late game, in-game content, but also stuff that I haven't done a lot of on my main, because I like to take leagues as the opportunity to learn new content in an easier environment. There's no easy version of a boss or easy version of something. Leagues gives you probably the closest you're going to get to that with buffed melee or mage or range or, um, buffed different attacks and stuff like that. And I really like to try to learn new content or stuff I haven't done on the main. Now, granted, Old Man spends a lot of time in Varrock Sewers. Surprisingly, I know we played this game a long time, but there's a lot of content that is not in Varrock Sewers, it turns out. So, we still learn things here and there. There's still little, hey, did you know that there's a cave, in Mauritania that's got some cool stuff inside? I didn't know that. So now I do. I don't think I ever did the planks burning the pyre logs minigame until I don't even know. Probably last year. I hate it. I don't want to do it. I actually don't want to do it again. Um, I think it's great hybrid XP. I'm sure they're like in a mass world, it's great, but not buying that from the GE and having to make sacred oil every time from slugs and shit, snails, whatever, that shit sucks. Sorry. Well, clumsy, you're right with old man. Like that's what I show off a lot on the stream. Like we showed off Winter Todd, we showed off Jad and Fight Caves. The really easy way of thinking about Jad. You just pray ranged until you see him stand up, and then you pray mage, and that's it. You go back to range after he hits you with his attack, and you just wait for him to stand up again. Super easy, super calm. Easy peasy, old man content confirmed. I did a Toa last stream, so you got to see Toa. That's a little bit more complicated, but still the same in terms of what it's doing. I don't really have much of an in-game plan for this account. I know a lot of people like, I want to do my next area is going to be Mauritania because I want to fight a Raxor and I want to do Theater of Blood. That unlocks all 3 raids for me. My 3 regions are, well, I had Varlamore and Karamja, but then I went Desert, then I went Korund, then I'm going to go Mauritania. I don't even know if I'm going to make it past this, to be honest. I'm probably going to go back to playing on the main or the Iron Man locked Slayer account and stuff like that. Oh, well, I guess that's my last area. So I guess I won't be picking an area after that regardless because that's the last one. But the Mauritania here, Araxor, Theater Blood, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Yeah, Varlamore. So I think Varlamore is underestimated. I think people don't realize how much content is actually in Varlamore. And I think that this league's really put Varlamore on the map as like when you start a new account right now, if you were to start a brand new account in the main game, not in leagues, in my mind, the first quest that you would want to do is the quest that unlocks Varlamore because that's truly your new starting city. Like Lumbridge has the cows and the cow fields, and granted that's nostalgia to old folks like myself, but the actual best city to unlock early game is Varlamore. It has everything. It has everything. And I think this league's really put Varlamore on the map. I don't think people realized how much content was actually there. The sawmill, the fletching minigame. I didn't even know the fletching minigame. Like I knew people were doing a fletching minigame. I had no idea what or where it was. So finding that out was awesome. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's I feel like there's so much. 'Cause, 'much. 'Cause, 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 'C yeah, you know, I just feel like there's so much that Varlamore has that I think is slept on. So I was really happy to see that. I really was. I've loved Varlamore since it came out and I got to play it. I was a huge fan. I loved everything they were doing. You know, I just I loved the Hunter rumors. I loved a lot of the content in Varlamore. I became a huge fan of. I think just great content, just great content, and it's so well rounded. There's never like it's such a good how do you say it's such a good just you could do everything there. I think you can literally train every skill there. Like I really think so. I don't think that you wouldn't actually be locking yourself out of a region if you chose to go there because you would already have so much stuff there. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to see Varlamore get some love. Right now, we're going to do our Slayer task that we've been absolutely procrastinating on. And we're just going to hang out and chat and do the Slayer task and see where we go. We're close to our. We are close to our task at 2180 points, so we should be able to knock out our. I should say. Our Slayer task is we kind of screwed up a little bit. We did choose 200 Bloodvelds because they are demons and we have a demonic hammer with a demon bane bonus. So we did. I'm not gonna lie, we might have screwed up a little bit when we chose, you know, the Slayer task, but overall, I think it was for good. We also this guy tagged all of them. What a douchebag. Anyways, this guy uh something else too while we're here, we can get these Skotizo totems and go fight Skotizo one time. That's actually relevant. So um that's actually tasks and we get a demonic pact and stuff. So oh yeah, Varlamore was I agree 100%. I loved Varlamore. Like everything about it, it just it really I don't know. I think that I think the devs understood that even though Lumbridge is nostalgic, the second everyone spawns in, they run somewhere else. And it's almost like they needed a new starting city. And I don't even think there's any quest requirements for the quest that unlocks Varlamore. I really don't. So I think they wanted to make a new starting city without making a new starting city. And I think they absolutely achieved that. It's been great. A huge fan of the animals having a picnic, giving me an orange on my head. I actually have no idea what you're talking about. So that is an interesting that's an interesting thing. We're going to have to figure that out. The Slayer XP from these is phenomenal. I think Calfight Queen gave us like 8k a kill, and I was, you know, it didn't. After we got the Echo stuff, I was like, yeah, we're out of here. I don't ever want to come back. Not for a while. We got what we needed. Oh, okay. Oh, was that the bridge at the worm maze, the worm agility course? There's like a ladder you can use to go up, but I never went up. I just crossed the rope and did the thing. Otherwise, I'll have to look it up. I got to do butterfly catching, which is how we trained our hunter to 73. We're actually going to go back and do it. After basically our crimson, maybe we'll do that this stream too. We'll knock out our crimson chins, Slayer task, and or not Slayer task, Hunter rumor. Not a Slayer task, right? Catch them and release them, not kill them. We got to remind ourselves. Yeah. After we do that, we should be 75. And once we're 75, we can toggle this on. Oh shit, is that mine? No, it's his. Man. Lucky. Once we get that, we can butterfly spawn trap barehanded the sun moths, or whatever they're called, the sunlight moths. I don't know what the XP is, but I know the black warlocks, we were looking at like 1.3-ish mil an hour if we sat there and spawn trapped them. It was pretty crazy. They spawn in every couple ticks, and you grab one, and it's a tick, and then you just basically constantly grab the same butterfly again and again and again and again. It takes a little bit to find the one and where it spawns, and to tag it, and to tag its spawn tiles. It spawns in a 3x3 area, basically. Every once in a while it'll spawn outside of that, but for the most part it's not. You just grab them out of midair and you just get a ton of XP off the bat. That's great. So south of Taltechlin, where the mahogany and teak trees are surrounded by... Oh yeah, I was up there. The black warlocks are right underneath of that. The black warlocks are right underneath of that. I climbed up there, and I just like saw the mahogany tree and got excited. I found a mahogany tree. I completely missed the agility thing. And they roll you an orange and you put it on your head. Okay, we will do that. Let's find out what you're finding out. We can go do that after a few more kills, maybe. I'm not gonna burn through all 150 of these. I'm not gonna make you watch that. If we can get a quick totem piece, though, that'd be pretty nice, you know. Quick little totem, you know. Quick little snatch of the totem, you know. Get to go fight a boss soon. We did Toa last stream, and did not get a shadow, sadly. But we did get an elite clue, which, whatever. But we did get Toadflax seeds and the blue breach of the scarab. The Toadflax seeds are actually relevant because the butler does not get us Toadflax potions. Toadflax or snaps. We have to go get those. So it is actually helpful because, yeah, we need those to make more potions for indie-game content. Let's do this till we run out of food, and then let's go have some fun. Maybe I'll just cancel this task and start over. Because I have metal dragons blocked. No one wants to do that. These are pretty easy, outside of just being annoyingly consistent. Good XP, low defense, good combat XP, good Slayer XP. Let's go check out this orange thing, though. I'm interested now. I'm intrigued. We put an orange on our head. Hey, Lima, how's it going? Lee Mao Rage TV. Thanks for popping in. How's it going? We're just chilling right now. Starting the stream off with a couple Slayer kills. Got our 99 Herblore. Gonna go find out what this orange talks about. Clumsy's luring us with. Clumsy's gonna PK us. So this is the Corund Catacombs, and I didn't learn about this until a year and a half ago or something. I'm gonna preface this with I'm even on my main, Slayer and me are just, I don't like Slayer. Just not a fan. But basically in Corund Castle, there's a statue. I'll actually show you where it is because the entrance is right around the corner. Let's go check this out. We'll teleport and then put this orange on our head. Okay, so this vine here will take us up. So Corund Castle, this statue is actually the entrance to the catacombs. So if you go to investigate the statue, it takes you into the Corund Catacombs. This is probably the most popular Slayer location for non-wilderness Slayer. The reason is because it has everything. It has literally everything I think you could possibly be assigned by a late game Slayer master in the cave. Outside of bosses. There's even a little separate giant area over here. It has everything now. So, mid to late game, this is probably where everyone is doing Slayer. The couple big reasons for this is there's actually this altar here. Okay. This altar here, we'll try this again. This altar here, as you kill monsters in the dungeons, the catacombs, they have a chance at dropping an ancient shard, which is here. This is what's used to charge your silver light into an arc light, which then you can upgrade with a tormented synapse to an ember light. Now, that aside, that separate side quest, they also drop 3 pieces of a totem. There's a base, a middle, and a top. If you get all 3 of them, put them together, and use them on the altar, it will teleport you into a boss fight called Skatizo. That's a demon. Basically, you run around the room and hit altars, and then stab the boss in between hitting the altars. There's a bunch of YouTube guides, I'm sure. You can look that up and you'll find it. But yeah, this is the place to be if you're doing Slayer, for the most part. Super easy, and the bonus rewards of fighting a boss, that gives you either a pet or actually more lucrative drops. And then the chance at, again, ancient shards, being able to use them to charge other later game items is a win. Definitely worth it. And most of the monsters, I don't know which monsters. Some of them are player aggressive, some of them are not. It just depends. Let's go. Let's teleport home and Quetzal to the tree so we can get an orange put on our head. Well, now you know. Now you know. That is that. Well, that's what's down there. A bunch of Slayer monsters. Nothing else to see there. Oh, rocks. In the Talatli Rainforest, I actually have a teleport there because I got the map. Is that the tree? That tree is unique. It's a tropical tree. Sit by the pile of fruit. Oh, I don't have to go up the tree. Oh, I see what you're saying. This is why I didn't see it the first time. I was looking at the mahogany trees. We're achieving our Zen. We're achieving our Zen. Oh, what the? They got drinks? Who made those drinks? Is it a Moscow Mule? Maybe a Mai Tai? Mojito? That's our Zen. That's pretty great. Great find. Great find. Yeah, RuneScape devs do have a lot of fun. I really don't want to do. I really don't want to do a bunch of clues, but might be leaning that way. We could go do our Chinchompa task, because that's north of here. Oh, mastering mixology. So that's a really funny note. So mastering mixology is a mini game that is in Varlamore area that is about herb lore. It's how you get herb lore upgrades. It is right here. So what you do is you go into this mini game, you dump a bunch of herbs in a container, and you create these weird, unique potions to the mini game, and you use them to ship out orders, basically, and you get XP. The XP is not really relevant I'm gonna just be honest. It's not like you have to dump so many herbs in there that it's kind of astronomical. But if you can suffer through the minigame for like 10 hours, it gives you an amulet. It gives you a goggles, and you get I didn't do the potion storage. I didn't care about that. The goggles and the amulet were the two big ones. That has a chance when you're making potions to make a 4 dose instead of a 3. And then the goggles, I think, have an option to save the main ingredient, the primary ingredient, when you're mixing the ingredients into your potions. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but crushed birds nests are like 8k a piece or 6k a piece or something like that. So when you're mixing them in for Saradomin brews, when you can make an extra 4 dose Saradomin brew, you just made an extra 2,000 gold because each sip's about 2k. And when you save an ingredient, you save about 6k. So even if you made 1 4 dose and saved 2 nests, you basically broke even making Sara brews, which is the best Herblore XP you get for quite some time from Herblore. Mastering Mixology is a great minigame. It absolutely is terrible doing it, though. That is confirmed. Terrible doing it. Let's go get our box traps and catch us some Crimson Chins. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. On my main account, Mastering Mixology on this, I don't know on Leagues how it would be. I'm going to be honest, because I have not done it on Leagues. You would have to have the Demon Butler, to be honest, I think, because of how many herbs you need. It breaks down herbs into categories. We'll world hop here. It breaks down herbs into categories, and the rarity of the herb affects the category. And the problem is that by breaking down the herbs into categories, the Demon Butler only gives you basically 1 herb, I believe, that is of those categories. So if he got you a bunch of potions, then the issue would be got you, tricked you. You thought I was gonna put it there, huh? You thought I was gonna put it there. No, so the herbs, it really does take a lot of herbs to play this minigame. So the actual pain point in it is if you're an Iron Man, mastering mixology is a wild achievement for an Iron Man. If you're on a regular account, even buying the herbs is, I mean, millions of gold for you to do this. It's pretty rough. So oh yeah, so then you're fine. I looked at Nature's Accord. I was actually interested in it, but the Demon Butler piqued my interest because he works even when you're not online. So I was like, you're telling me I can AFK while being AFK? I can AFK 2 things at once? Sign Ullman up for that content. And I mean, it's worked out. He's gotten us 2 99s. So he's going to get us fletching now. We'll use the mahogany planks he gets us to get construction to 99. And go from there. We also need some Quetzal feed for the Quetzals to build Quetzal spots. Most of them have an agility shortcut nearby, but the one down by the mine is terrible because we have to run to it. You and me have a similar thinking pattern, I think, Clumsy, because I thought about it when I get my relic. I thought about there's so many tasks that revolve around clues that I debated going back for clues to the one that teleports you there. However, my issue with that is that you still have to have the items necessary to do the clue, and because it's an Iron Man account, that can go sideways very quickly. You can get kind of locked out of some of those clues. Now, granted, I've got clues drop everywhere, right? Because loot's increased, but to the point, I don't want to get locked out. But I thought about going back as well. The one tick stuff, I assumed I would be 99 before I got to the 2 tick method of like flow state, because for me, flow state isn't going to matter once I've hit those markers. Like once I've got 99, I don't care if I 2 tick it or not now, because I've got 6,000 fish in the bank. I shouldn't be fishing again for the most part the rest of leagues. Same with wood cutting. You know, XP's boosted. Chances are, if your rate's high enough, and especially having crystal tools, you know, you're harvesting quickly anyway. I don't need to double up on that. So I thought about going back and getting Nature's Accord, because I actually went Larcenous too, because of the... I needed money. I got here, and this wasn't making money. Now this was great. This was great. This has been phenomenal. Butler's Bell's been great, but I was like, I need money, so let's get that. That was 99 Thieving. And with Pyramid Plunder out in the desert, this even got better. Coaling Spree, Slayer, this was great. But when I hit Reloaded, Grimoire, basically, it says we unlock... you go between spellbooks and stuff. It says you also unlock all prayers. My concern, I like the idea of getting Piety and Rigor and Augury here with the prayers, but the spellbook swaps, you could technically do that if you had a Mage Cape. Maybe this is the better option. I don't know. I don't think most of these I'm not interested in. Soul Harvest is relevant, but I have enough prayer on shards and mining. You can mine bone shards to use for prayer. You can get... There's 100 different ways to get prayer. Eternal Sustenance. It'd be cool if you had a Karambwan and an Angler, and you could just combo eat forever. You just combo eat forever. But this is actually more utility. This is, I think, great. But I've thought about going back for Nature's Accord, because I originally was going to do Nature's Accord. This was actually the make or break decision, was down here. The teleport to any Fairy Ring, Spirit Tree, or Tool Leprechaun was amazing. That's why we brought extra traps. Transmuting bones is interesting. I feel like there's so many ways to get prayer that if you like, once you hit like my prayer's 76, which means we now have access to almost all of the prayers. 77 is when we get Augury, and that gives us all prayers. At that point, there's nothing really more you're going for, right? Like you're just, at that point, there's nothing really more you're doing with prayer. So I think that the spell book, for damage purposes, like DPS, the Grimoire helps. The mage swap doesn't really win me over, but the prayers, unlocking all prayers, that wins me over, combined with the ability of doing that. Because as you do Toa and later game raids and bosses, 25% increase in strength and stuff like that really matter. There's one of those butterflies. So, yeah, no, it's probably the more utility-oriented one. I want the DPS. Having to run 2 to 3 different prayers is brutal. Also, we don't have access to Lunar Spellbook, so unlocking the other spellbooks would be great. We need that for other raids. Endless Harvest, Woodsman, Evil Eye, Transmute, Larcenous, Culling Spree, that went back to Nature's Accord. So you were on a similar path. I went Barbarian Gathering in the Hotfoot. I just thought that was the Barbarian Gathering. The thing with Barbarian Gathering that got me was the crystal tool equivalent to everything. That's what made me get that. If they wouldn't, if it wouldn't have mattered, like you would have gotten strength and agility, I wouldn't have cared because you're gonna fish slow as hell early on. But the fact it was crystal tools, I was like, you're telling me at level 1 I get crystal hands that just crystal everything, like, and I get strength and agility? Let's go. Now what is... I don't remember the Woodsman. Okay, so it gives you Infernal. Oh, the fletching one's huge there. Oh, Hunter, yeah, Hunter XP. Oh, this is great early on, especially in Varlamore, right? That's great. 100% guarantee on hunting. Saves you a ton of time. The Endless Harvest one was a good one too. That's one that you could debate on later game, because if you're telling me I could have unlimited like runite ore or unlimited, whatever, that'd be great. But the problem is, and this is kind of where the game I don't know, where decisions are made, is like the butler makes runite bars for you. So I could be going and doing raids and bosses and fun content as he farms runite for me. Is it a ton of runite? Probably not. It's like 20 bars, maybe 200 bars if you waited all day. You could take it to Giant's Foundry if you've got Desert unlocked. You can also melt down rune items and armor into bars. So that, to me, when I think about it like that, that defeats the purpose of me having runite, because when I get runite drops from things, I'm going to... Well, now I'm conflicted because I have 41 chins left, but I also want to go catch butterflies. I when I do Giant's Foundry, I can use rune items. So when I get rune drops from bosses, I'm essentially getting runite bar drops I can take to Giant's Foundry and do Giant's Foundry. Yeah, that's the part with leagues that kind of hurts when you go back to the main game and you're like, wait a minute. This XP is definitely not as good as it was in leagues. Or you start fighting something waiting for the second melee attack to come out. Like the combo hits. You're like, oh yeah, I don't combo hit anymore. I probably should leave. You get used to teleporting all around the world and doing all this cool stuff, then you can't. That's cool, though. Yeah, we were on a really similar page with what we were going. What sold me on the Slayer one, the free rewards, I didn't really care about. I was like, yeah, whatever. But the one that really got me was the fact that it counted you as wearing a Slayer helm the entire time. Because the joke with me is that I hate Slayer helms. I hate them. You know, the case in point, I think there's other helmets in the game that are more of a utility, and I like utility things. I like the utility belt, you know, of having like the Serp helm that allows me to potentially venom the enemy and makes me immune to all poison, all venom. So when I'm fighting Slayer bosses, which a lot of them poison you, I don't have to bring any poisons. I just wear the helmet and we're done. Life's easy. And the Slayer helm gives me like, you know, 10 or 15% bonus damage and accuracy, whatever. I'm just not a, doesn't do it for me. So that part was like, okay, now I don't have to wear a Slayer helm. I like that. Now we're talking. Now you're speaking my language. I am going to spawn trap butterflies after this rumor, though. I want to see this XP in action. I wonder if you could transmute. You could probably transmute chins. Surprisingly, sailing and rune crafting on my main account are my two worst skills. Rune crafting, not surprisingly. Sailing, I've just been using Tears of Guthix to, and the 2 quests to do. Not even kidding. Not sailed like at all. At all. I even tried to get my buddy to give me a ride to start the quest, and Jagex, being Jagex, 20 years of experience dealing with Old Man Reaper, they realized, hey, let's make it to where someone can't do that. So my buddy couldn't even Uber me on his super cool boat to start the quest because I died on my raft. My raft got blown up by a thunderstorm. I think I was going to Troubled Tortugans, and I was like, you know what? Hey, just give me a ride. And it took me like 30 minutes of sailing on this raft, and I died. So lightning bolt struck my raft in a series of unfortunate events. You should take me there. But the turtle doesn't get on the boat if it's not yours. At that point, I was about to use the rope we needed for the quest to tie up the turtle and become a pirate. So You got your lamps, right? For going Corund. You got your free XP lamps. Yeah, Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead is a real thing. On that Slayer locked Iron Man account I'm doing, where I'm trying to lock Slayer to one task. Um, there's a guy in Draenor Village that he sells gift items. It's like gift shop, and he has a book called the Chronicle, and he has pages that you can buy for like 100 gold. I think the book's 300, but each page is one teleport to Varrock. That's all you need is that book and the page. And early game for anybody, generally anybody in the main game, it is the best teleport early game for the money. Like, you don't need to get a law rune drop, you don't need to get 25 mage. You just go to Draenor Village with 400 gold and you get a book and a teleport, and you can buy multiples. You can buy as many as you want and stack them. It's great. All right, 11 more of these little rugrats and we can get out of here. This is my first hunter rumor I've done in leagues. That may make some of you cringe, but... Free XP lamps. Yes, free XP lamps. If you chose Corund, you have 2 XP lamps waiting for you if you talk to the head guard inside Corund Castle on the bottom floor, like the main floor that you're walking around in. She says some wisecracks and then gives you 2 lamps because they're the reward of a quest after you complete a quest, and you get them. And they scale with the XP multipliers in leagues. So it's actually how I got my... I think I used mine on rune crafting and farming. I probably use it on rune crafting and farming because I really don't enjoy those. All right, we have 4 more chins to catch, and we're blowing this popsicle stand. I found a rare piece of the creature. Oh. Alrighty, let's go back to the Hunters Guild. Probably as close as we're gonna get. Butterflies might be somewhere near where we're going though. Where are they? Right here. Let's go spawn trap one real quick. So the Slayer helmet in the main game, in leagues is a we gotta look to see where it spawns. I think it spawned here. It's essentially an upgrade. It's 400 XP or 400 rewards points, Slayer points. You wear it while you're on task, and it increases your damage and accuracy against Slayer monsters by like 10%. I think you can imbue it to make it higher, like 15. I'm doing this completely backwards. Okay, see where he spawns. Okay, here's the spawn. And there we go. We officially got our hunting spawn trap set up. Let's go. This is where we'll get a lot of XP in the near future. We were doing it all backwards. All we had to do was tag the blue one. Or tag the one we wanted to be blue. And then find out where he spawned. He'd take us there. Easy XP, easy 99 hunter. And it only gets easier the more you level up because your chances of catching them go up the first time you attempt it. So we just stand here and click. Life's great. Anyways, let's go cash in this hunter rumor. We have our spot marked. We got our butterfly marked for the future. Yep. So basically, your library for runecrafting, by the way, is really smart. It's a great way of doing it. If you start a brand new account, you can use 3 XP lamps to get you to 10 and then go to Guardians of the Rift with the quests like we did on the Ironlock account. But that, for the relic gives the effects of Imbued Slayer Helmet, and that was actually why I chose it, because of the damage increase. Basically, on top of being able to choose what monster you fight, like let's say you wanted to go fight a boss, right? Basically, you could farm out your Slayer task for the boss, right? And then type out 200. I want 200 KC on this boss. When you go to fight the boss, we'll just say yes, but when you go and fight the boss, you basically have a buff. Essentially, that's what it comes down to. Open Hunter's loot sack. I don't feel good about that. Okay, we did that. We spawn trapped. We did a hunter rumor. I guess at some point we should probably go back to Perilous Moons at some point too. You know, we've not been back since then. We've been kind of doing our thing. You know, we probably should go back. In all honesty, we probably should. It's been a little bit. We have a calcified moth. All right, I'm going to be grabbing something to drink here in a little bit, but I'm going to wait for this ads to run. Ads are going to run in 4 minutes or something. something like that. Oh, for sure. Rune crafting is brutal. If you haven't got those XP lamps too, go get those because it's a lot of XP with the multiplier. It's in Corrund Castle on the bottom floor. You just talk to the head captain. I don't remember her name off the top of my head. I'm sure you'll see it. There's like 3 people standing there, and there's she's like the what she's the captain that's like her back's against the wall. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. But go get those 2 lamps. 3 XP. And you can put it in a skill that you don't like rune crafting. She's in Corrund Castle on the main floor. But okay, so I gotta ask, how'd you get the frog legs? Or the toad legs? Because the agility potion only is dropped as a drop from a quest that is unavailable to the region. So you have to find toad legs. Where'd you find the toad legs? I'm gonna ask your secret. Because I've been debating, but it ain't gonna happen. Because those toad legs, I'm gonna have to find out where to go. Varlamore doesn't seem to have any that I could find, and I'll say find loosely. Hey, look at that. We spawn into the best special. Oh, yeah, we didn't take damage from that. Here we go. Here we have to click in the direction that they spawn in, and our character will auto-retaliate. That's pretty funny. Now we gotta go to Crush. Oh, see, you got Kandarin. See, that's the difference here. That's the difference here. On Kandarin, there's 2 places to get frog legs or toad legs. And those places are not on Karamja or Varlamore. My issue's been the only thing I have access to is a potential old quest line where I can refight a boss, but maybe. And if I do that, then I get my I get a chance at him dropping it. All right, let's go do Blood Moon. This he's always a pain. The lifesteal he has is just absolutely insane. I'm off time. Hang on. There we go. That extra tile of melee. A little easier with 99 strength, I guess. Master mixology for an agility potion to do Taiba Wana Trio. All right, Clumsy, you've gone too far, okay? You've gone too far. That's too much. This has been my rewards every time I do this. Every time. It's like you just can't win. Every time I do this. That's the rewards. Every time. It's terrible. Give me a second here. We're all locked in. Let me grab something to drink real quick. So when I was looking on the Rune Wiki, I did not see the Mastering Mixology as a source for that. So I'm curious now. Moon's Apparel is basically learn to you have to DPS this guy, and he's the limitation of Moon's Apparel. You could technically get away. You don't have to do all 3 to roll the chest. Each boss gives you 2 rolls. So even if you did the 2 easier ones, the Eclipse and Blue Moon, you'd be able to open the chest and have 4 potential rolls instead of 6. It's mainly Blood Moon that's the problem. This is just click 1 tile at a time, you know, go wherever you're gonna go. It's gonna try to map where you're clicking, so you notice a lot of times I clicked there, it literally filled in the puddle as I was walking. The problem with Blood Moon is he heals so much. If you don't have enough damage, you're not going to be able to beat him because he just heals so much that you can't. It's difficult to deal with. Now you're noticing I'm moving, but the Panther won't hit me if I step off at that time. So right before the sound goes off, you hear that weird sound. You can step into it before it goes off, and he won't heal. The Panther won't strike you; he'll miss, and then he doesn't heal that back. You saw the time I messed up; he healed. He's the problem in Perilous Moons. It is actually just him, Everything else you need a crush weapon. You know, just make sure you change your attack types. Blue Moon's super easy. They hit through pro melee, so don't even bother protecting melee. They hit through it. That's also by design. It freezes your weapons in here. You're allowed to hit once, and you can step off. Once you get it set, you can hit twice if you're quick. You step off, you step back on, kick again. Kick again. They're going to change shapes. Kick again. Now you have your weapons back, so you just step off the tiles. You wait for it. Just keep watching. Alright, we're starting on our moon. So he spawns. We do some damage. With the blue moon, he chills you, which means you have to click again. Your clicks essentially can get paused. So sometimes you'll click and you will not attack. You have to keep clicking. So we rapid click here just to spam through that. The next phase is he spawns these fires. You run through don't actually run through the blue tornadoes. You don't want to be hit by the tornadoes. They just stop you from running and chill you. You light both fires. There we go. See, we got hit by a tornado. We took damage. We took froze damage, whatever you want to call it. And then our run got turned off. Until then, we just sit here. You pick a circle, whatever phase he is starting on. And then we finish the kill, and that's Blue Moon. You just rinse and repeat that. That never changes. And Eclipse over here is Stab. This is why the Infernal Tecatli is so good, is because it has all 3 attack types in it. On the ball, you want to walk, turn your run off. You'll notice I'm doing that. Now we just spawned in the room. You don't have to spawn in. I just rushed the room. You can actually see what's happening in the room, and you can wait. You just stand on the glowing circle. You want to keep standing on the glowing circle. They hit twice. You move to the next glowing circle. You keep attacking. Eclipse has a natural defense buff where your max hit is reduced by being in the room, essentially. So even if you hit like a truck, you'll notice we're hitting 6s, 1s, all this. This phase, we actually get some damage in. We don't have to hit. You just click where they spawn. So click behind where they spawn. And you click behind where they spawn. So you're looking at them. You want to look at all of them. Your character needs to have line, essentially like facing them for you to do damage and not take damage. So you click on each one. Hey, spawn over here. They spawn 1, 2, 3. It's Simon Says, basically. Then you go back to your circle. You do some more punching. He's going to attack twice. Next circle. All the moon bosses are like this. Go to the next one. We got a big combo hit in there. We're probably not going to kill him before we got to go walking, so it's going to be walking time most likely. So that's the time you turn your run off when you get flung. It's going to start. You just walk behind it. It's going to turn. You just keep walking. Just don't stop. You just click the tile straight ahead. Super easy. Just chilling. Takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm saying super easy. I've done it a few times. I'm just saying in general, the mechanics are pretty. You single click and you're fine. You can turn your run back on and run back here. Again, if you don't do Blood Moon, you can still roll for Blood Moon. Or, I'm sorry, you can still roll 4 rolls by doing Eclipse and the Blue Moon. You could stop there and just cash in your chest. You don't have to do all 3. Blood Moon is terrible, and I understand not wanting to do that. Hey, look! More U-Seed, Super Compost, Sunkissed Bones, Haralander, Addle Darts, and Swamp Tar. I told you, this is all I get from this. This is all I get from this. Okay, before we pop off the stream, I want to do something. So, I know we've had fun in Moons, and I'm not shutting the stream down, but before the stream ends tonight, I want to go try to solo Yama with the gear we have right now and see if we can walk away with some heat. So here in a couple moments, we're going to go for some fun Yama, and we're going to try to solo Yama. We'll see how it works. You like how they give you free vials of water now? You leave and they don't just blow up. It's like, hey, you got a vial of water. Yeah, but you gotta have the agility potion. You have 4 to give to the guy. That quest has made me very sad. I really don't want to go do that. I have a bunch of leftover herbs. I guess we could just go smash them in now that we have 99 herb lore. I guess we could dump a ton of herbs in there. You know, at least they let you note them, you know. We need the super strengths. We need the prayers. Oh, I have to have goat horn dust. Hang on, let's actually do this task real quick before we get rid of everything. I have goat horns somewhere. I don't remember where. I gotta break it with a hammer. Did I not do that before? Thought I did that before. Okay. Oh, look at that. We made a combat potion. Whoa, game's about to freak out. Okay. Now the rest of these herbs we can note, withdraw. Yeah, actually we can rip all of these herbs out of here because we have the equivalent for everything. Okay, let's get our book and teleport. All right. Go down these stairs real quick. There we go. Be right back. All right. I'm back. We're going to play this game Clumsy's making us play called Mastering Mixology. I've spent too much time here. I might still have the plugin, actually. Oh, it can use unfinished potions. I didn't know this. I always thought it was herbs. Well, that's phenomenal. Then, yeah, this is easy peasy. Oh, they have to be clean. Yeah, we're about to burn all those. They can't be noted. There's no way. The world is falling apart right now as we witness it. I'm actually going to try to clean this real quick. I thought that was going to be number 20, man. I thought it was Destiny. Thought it was Destiny. Oh my gosh, we have to wait. This is so brutal. All right, what's... I don't want to be here. Let me go. Ugh. I don't remember what awards we get from that. Turn in one library book. I didn't turn in any library books, by the way. Once we get Mauritania, we get Saragnas, we can do some cool stuff. This one's not too bad because we got the blowpipe, but we do have to make the Shazian armor. Which... Boo. 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 What is that? Boo. Boo. 93. Boo. Jagex, if you ever see this video, can I ask for a faster way of processing potions? I already am going to have to spend forever if I wanted to get all of the rewards. If you could give me like that 30 minutes of my life back to speed up putting potions in here, it'd be much appreciated. Sincerely, the community. One 25 and 50 library books. Oh, I know there's plugins, but that's not old man content. Oh, just seeing these highlighted gives me like flashbacks, dude. I don't want to be here. Oh, what do we do again? Potion orders. Oh, I can't read because my stuff's in the way. My damage counter. So we got Marley. I remember that one being good. This one was bad. You'd skip through. I remember the rates, I think, were close to equivalent if you skipped through versus if you didn't. First one. Right. And then you would tap it. Yep. Yay. And then you would do it again. And it'd spawn in random. Boom. And it'd be done. And then this is the one you did click. Yeah. And then you'd be done. And then boo. Yeah. Oh, wait, you get increased rewards as multiplied? Wait. What? Yes, please. Now I feel like we're just playing the lottery. Now I feel like we're just playing the lottery. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. No, Clumsy, no, 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 no. You said, oh man, you have to do this method to get an agility potion because you've locked yourself out of getting frog's legs. That's what you said. That's what you said. I'm not gonna scroll back up in the chat and repeat it. That's what you said. Definitely. Definitely. You said if you don't do this, you'll never complete the quest. Oh, right, the blue one. I was like, wait a minute, what? What's funny is we have 99 Herblore, so we're sitting here in this game with 99 Herblore. So we can make an agility potion because Toad's legs don't exist in our areas. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And Clumsy tells us, hey, old man, you know that if you sell your soul to Supervisor Lalo, you can get that? No sweat, no sweat. Straight to your front door. Straight to your front door. Confirmed. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? This lottery is rigged. Ah! Why, God? Why? At least the rewards are buffed, because otherwise I'd be crashing out. We did fight caves last time. We did Hey, you know what, Mew? She did have an answer. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. I don't have Kandarin, and when I went on the wiki to see if I could find something, it didn't show this as an option for this to do for the source. So now I'm just stuck in, you know, this weird place of purgatory, opening up these potions for hoping for 2 agility potions so I can smash them together and take him to some guy who apparently is too slow to stab a sphinx that stands still. Life is cruel. This is also difficult to see because of my damage counter. I can't see the symbol. The next one will be great for... You know what? You know what? No, our gambling record right now is really bad. Let's just do one more batch real quick. And let us open up a couple of these at the same time, because our record right now is 0 for 4. And now I'm here after doing Fight Caves and Toa last stream. We're now here with 99 Herblore playing an Herblore minigame in hopes of getting a potion needed to do a quest that will get us Herblore experience, which again is not necessary at this time. Alright, get ready, drum roll. here we go! Oh, we even got anti-fire potions. Let's go. We got it. We got it. You know what? Good call. Good call, Clumsy. Good call. All right. Let's go finish this quest. We have a monkey corpse. We have the marinated Joker bones. I don't think I have the rum. I do have rum. I don't know if I have a banana. I do not have a banana. So we'll have to go get one. Oh, here, there's more. See, there's more. There's always more to these quests. Now we gotta get seaweed. And then we gotta get... We have to have our Draymond staff. And then we have to have our Carambuan vessel. And then we have to have the Carambuan fishies so we get more while we're there. We'll take these raws too while we're there. We're going to close the knapsack in case we got to fish something. And we're off. Where's the fastest way to a fairy ring, you think? Or if there's one outside. Wait, what is this? Whatever. Get us out of here! Get us out of here! Get us out of here! We're trapped! We're trapped! Alright. Something tells me we're going to need a tinderbox, judging by this next step that says tinderbox. So... Passed one. I passed a banana? What? Where is a banana? What are you talking about? Banana? Wait, where are we at here? We killed the monkey. We got the corpse. We got that thing. We're going to the DKR. Oh, I'll just be like, a banana? What? What? Okay. Is Quest Helper not... Are we not on... Oh, okay. Is that's what we needed? I like how there's another one fighting another one, and we didn't give him an agility potion, but he's doing just fine. We're just going to left click that now so we can't accidentally eat it. Get out of here, Bob. God, that guy's just like... Evil Bob needs his own real life therapist. That dude, man, play RuneScape back in the day, dude. No. Anytime you see Bob, you just... No. The prison of being forcefully taken to an island where you have to uncook fish. It's too much, man. It's too much. Too much trauma. You didn't have a choice back then. They just abducted you. Look at that CKR teleport. Did you all see that? I feel like we're exactly where we just were, but different. Now, Banana Tree, we can teleport. We can do some teleport magic here. I think, isn't there Banana Tree over there somewhere, though? And there's no... I know there's bananas on the main, like, Musa Point island we can grab. I thought there was some by the Slayer dungeon, though. Am I tripping? Okay, we've run far enough. We tried. Gave it our best effort. Best effort. Yep. That's the best we could do. You know, we tried. Gave it all we could. It's just, you know, is what it is. Sometimes things just, you know, gotta take a different path, you know. Too many obstacles. Too many obstacles. I don't know what else I may need that for, but we'll take more. Would Alderan be the fastest? It is the fastest fairy ring. Let's go. We learn more every day. I've got like 400 grapes in my inventory as drops. We could just jam a jar of filled with grapes, and then get that task and let it ferment. I'm just giving you a hard time, Clumsy. It's pretty funny. You mentioned the toad or the agility potion. I was like, that is gonna be the only way. And I am also confused at why that doesn't show as a source on the rune wiki page for toad legs. Is this it? Yeah. Yes. What is this? Is this for a quest or something? What the hell? I don't think. I don't remember. I should say, I don't remember ever doing that. So I'm intrigued. No fires? There's a fire nowhere. Nowhere fires. We do need some more of these for combo eats, though. And then we got to look for trees. $20 at a time. Let's go. 20 at a time. Okay. Now we need to find a fire. Do you think there's trees back on where we were at? Uh, uh, hey! Hey! Look at that tree right there. Tree right there. And we did need the tinder box, in fact. Wait, did I already have the item the whole time? That would be a Shyamalan twist if I don't say so myself. Past old man trying to help future old man, but sometimes it just doesn't check out, you know. Sometimes future old man didn't get the hint, didn't get the memo, didn't read the paper, didn't see the signs, you know. Hey, we already did that. You don't got to do it again. We did it for you, so in the future, when the time came, you'd have what you needed. Yep, we didn't have to do anything. You know what? We tried. You know what? Best we could do, right? Best we could do. Best we could do. Yeah. Shiloh Village. It's been so long since I did Shiloh Village. We're about to do it again on that Slayer account, but we might do it again on this, but I don't think so because we already have Shiloh Village. It would be silly. What? I gave it to him. Yo, give me that back. My guy, we should have used it before we gave it to him, man. What are we doing? Oh, man. What are we doing? I should have seen that coming a mile away. We should have fished everything. See, this is this is the old man dilemma. The most efficient, inefficient RuneScape player you've ever seen. Look at that. Now he said, I don't even know if we got XP. At this point, I don't even care. The easiest way, if I remember right, was Swamp Tar on the fence. Wait, what? I don't remember the. Maybe it's here. Nope. Who? Nope. We just want to hack anyway. I don't remember who we talked to for this. What is send parcel? Hang on. What? Am I losing my mind? Am I losing my mind? That's how I get my Karambon vessel. Give me my fishing thing back. Alright, I'm giving up. We're going to fight Yama. Decision's been made. Decision's been made. No more. No more. Old man's done. We need to leave. We need to leave. Before the village accidentally catches on fire. Absolutely, completely unrelated to us being there. Alright. I said before we ended the stream tonight, I wanted to go fight Yama. Clumsy sent us on an amazing side quest with some great information. Had to go do that. Had to go do that. But now it is time. We're going to go fight Yama. So, we need our blowpipe right there. A little range swap, you know. We do need anti-poison, I believe. We have our super strength potions now. We do need our range potion. We'll combine those two. We can add those two. The hammers that we have 10% Demon Bane. So we will see how it goes. I'm going to preface this, I do not know how to Donafly or anything like that, so this is going to be an interesting experiment. Put that back and grab a couple more restores. All right. And for the sake of, we need that. Sake of an easy swap. All right, let's go have some fun. We're going to give this the good old college try. The arrogant human finally arrives. Wow, what a way to greet someone who's never met you before. Jokes aside, I think we're going to be playing Melee. And we're going to see how this goes, you know? No, I've not done the Donafly method. I have the tiles, but I have not done the Donafly method. So you're supposed to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have no idea what the hell you do after that. So we're not going to do any of that shit. This is Old Man. We're going to do Old Man style. Old Man style is probably not as efficient as Donafly. Oh yeah, no, let's skip the contract. You know I'm here. Stop messing around. I love it. We made it just in time. Oh yeah, we ate that. We true tiled it. We have burned through our strength and attack potions so far. I don't think we're going to be able to kill these. Ooh. Struggle is real. Probably need the Arceus spellbook, even if we don't have Arceus spells per se. I have Souls, Bloods, Deaths, Chaos, Fires. But I think we're gonna have to have at least Demon Bane spell book set to, hopefully, I don't know if Dragon Hunter 1 will auto cast it or not. If not, then we can, you know, I guess manually cast because we get a 10% damage buff. But we probably are gonna have to mage this dude unless we learn the Donut Fly method. So we'll see. I'll surprise you next stream if I've learned it or not. The damage was decent, though. We did 30%. We definitely took way too much damage. But it was fun. It was worth a shot. You got a limit test to see where you are, you know? The orbs are definitely a problem. We have to kill him before he orbs. Basically, DPS check him before he orbs every time. If we wanted to melee him. We probably needed Blood Moon there, too. Like Blood Moon and Blue Moon would have probably been better melee strength to catch him before orbs, because really up until orbs and the misclick we actually weren't doing too bad, but we were burning through our supplies pretty quick. It was not good. So, but we could say we tried at least. Oh right, yeah, if you get the mage stuff, you're ready, you rolling, you know. So this stream recap, we got our 99 Herblore. We sent our butler out to start fletching planks so we can get 99 construction.
We got to 7700 XP, did our first hunter rumor. We set up our spawn trap for the sunlight moss. We did some mastering mixology thanks to Clumsy. Got an agility potion finished Taiwanese, so we get the trading sticks, which is a task. We did Perilous Moons a couple times, and we got, as you guessed, if you've watched previous streams, you already know what we're getting. It has not changed. We're getting herbs, swamp tar, super compost, and maybe some bones. Boo-boo. Actual boo-boo loot there. It's not been nice to us so far. I think that's it. I don't think we did anything else really too crazy. We did some of our Slayer tasks. We've got Bloodvelds. We've got like 130 left. We're going for the Skatizo fight. I got 99 fishing since in between last stream and this stream, so we no longer going to be fishing. I've been trying to do some of these AFK skills off stream so you guys get to enjoy more content on stream. I think that's it. So I think next stream we'll probably be focusing on getting total level 2000, which our butler should get us between the fletching and the construction we'll get from the mahoganies he's going to bring us. This should be fairly easy. We might do some Giants Foundry next stream, because adamant bars give you like 128k per sword you make in Giants Foundry. So we can get our smithing up a bit. Might do some Guardians of the Rift, try to get some more rune crafting. Might try to do a diary or something to get a lamp for this, and farming. I think that's about it. I appreciate y'all popping in, spending time, hanging out. We'll also go for some Blue Moon soon. I'm going to try to unlock Mauritania. Is going to be the next region. When we get that, we can start doing some barrows, maybe get some Arams, maybe get some Carols. Arams would probably be the one that we're looking for the most, because we need mage armor right now. We're really struggling in the mage department. We got a Dragon Hunter wand, and that's it. We can also do some Toas, though. We did a Toa last stream. See if we can get lucky, pull a shadow, maybe. But our mage is super bad on Ward and P2. It took forever. We just cried. I think our max hit was like a 6, and we had all of our armor off in our backpack. It was really bad. It was, do not recommend. So we need to get some actual mage gear at some point. So next stream might be that. Y'all have a good rest of your week. Have a good evening. Thanks again for tuning in, popping in. I'll see y'all around. Have a good evening.